Yeah, I thought Nas certainly was very deserving of all league recognition. Did a tremendous job all season long. I think he ended up scoring 20 points or more 10 times throughout the season. So really picked up the scoring load when DQ was out. Did a great job, of course, always rebounding the ball. Um, I thought he just got better and better throughout the season. And then Shamar, um, as a freshman, I think got better and better as well, especially on the defensive side of the court. Really, really picked it up. And then, of course, Garrett Covington on the all defensive team always guards the other team's best player. So he's a young man that has done that for numerous years for us on the defensive side. But this year, Dana, it was a little different with the uneven balance of games. Only the coaches voting. Of course, you can't vote on your own guys. Just the whole year was really, really different. But I thought all three of those guys certainly very deserving.
Which, when you look back at your two regular season games against UIC, anything jump out at you? Did you feel like you need to do better? Obviously, you split, could have won both, or should have won both. But anything concerns you coming out of those two games? You know you're gonna do a better job of come Thursday.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, Rob, is just empty possessions. Whether that's on offense, taking care of the ball, getting a good shot, or on the defensive side, just having them to, earn tough baskets. We gave them a lot of easy baskets in that weekend series, just trying to clean some of that stuff up. But, you're playing a team that, like everybody else, they're 0-0. It comes down to 40 minutes. Got to be locked in on both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. So far, we've had 2 really good days of prep, so I've been real pleased with that. One more day tomorrow, and then we'll probably tip off about 8:15 on Thursday night against a team that's 0-0, just like us. You throw out the records, and records really don't matter. It doesn't matter what you did, with them previously. You certainly can learn a lot from those games with the different coverages and what worked and what didn't. But it's just trying to get your guys to stay locked in and be present and worry about the current practice from day to day.
Can you sense your guys are locked in a little bit now?
I mean, they've been good, Dana. The last 2 days have been really good. I think all of us were not happy with the regular season. Certainly with 8 out of 10 on the road and the 3 major injuries and everything that this group had to really undertake a lot. We dealt with a lot for one season. Finished on a great note, though. We won 6 out of 7 back-to-back winning seasons. Here at YSU, it's not what, we're not happy with that. So I hope our guys have the mindset that everybody's 0-0 and we got as good a chance as anybody to make a run. You just got to go play good basketball.
With Darius back, and not having played the two games against UIC, does it open your playbook? Does it give you the flexibility to do some things differently against the Flames on Thursday that maybe you weren't able to do in the first series?
Well, just having DQ back, I mean, from an experience standpoint, he's played in so many big games and been so good for us, in 3 years. So it's just a totally different dynamic, Schmitty, when he's on the floor. Team's got to guard him. He's so capable of getting downhill, making big shots, playing on a pick and rolls with Nas. I think he's gotten better and better. I think his lateral movement's better, shooting the ball really good this week. So we just, gotta get him going. That's for sure.
Sure, I know teams don't change, but fine tune may be a better word. So what do you think you guys need to kind of fine tune? You know,
Yeah, I would say, Dana, the empty possessions. We've been, when we're really good, we're really good. And then there's other times where, we take possessions off defensively, or we give up an easy basket, a missed box out, those sorts of things. And then offensively the same way. So I think we got to get better on both sides. We got to be better on both sides for 40 minutes. It's not one particular thing, but with this team, I would say rebounding is a big key to this game. And then valuing every possession certainly is what we got to get better at.
Kirk, obviously, the guy that has the ball a lot, Coach. Is Commander a guy that maybe is like an unsung hero, one of the guys that could creep out in Thursday's game and make a difference?
Well, I think they have a few. I think Michael Diggins. I think Jamie Hale. I think Maurice Commander. Mitchell. I think they got 3 or 4 guys that are very, very dangerous, capable of making shots. So we got to make sure on all 4 of those guys that we know they're capable shot makers. They've all had individual performances that have been tremendous this year. So Commander played very well against us. We recruited him out of high school, so I know him pretty well. Good player, but they got multiple guys like that.
Jerrod, unfortunately, fans won't be allowed, but with women playing for you guys, the excitement on campus, the excitement somewhat in the community because fans aren't allowed to attend the style. But what's that mean for both programs to have the women playing for you guys and both teams hosting a first round game?
Yeah, I think it's good, Dana. It's been strange, that's for sure. Some of these conferences you're seeing letting the fans in. I was a big proponent to let the parents in for the tournament. I thought that would have been a nice gesture to these players that have for 9 months have sacrificed, not being a normal college student and going through all the different procedures through testing. I thought that was something we should look at, but it didn't go that way, and there's no fans, and our benches got to be good. But I think anytime you're playing in a tournament, it's exciting, but certainly when you're playing at home for that first game, there's a little more excitement. And the women are very, very good. You saw 2 of their players, 3 of their players get honored today, and I think they got as good a chance as anybody on the women's side. Their freshman she's just unbelievable. I have started watching their games the last couple of times they've had double headers, and she's something I haven't seen on the women's side in a long, long time. So I think that both teams are excited, and I'm sure our fans are as well. It's just a shame, home court comes into that, Dana. When you get a chance to host a first round game, the big part of that is your crowd, and unfortunately we don't have that.